is News 6 Tonight.
Okay.
Hey, good evening, everyone. It's Wednesday, halfway through the week. Welcome to News 6 Tonight. We are so happy that you had a little bit of your evening to kind of catch up on days. And let me tell you, we got some big stories for people to catch up on. It is a day where if our reporters have not been following these stories, and they are huge. I'm Ginger Gadsden.
Yeah, some big ones that you definitely not find anywhere else, including investigation.
Oh,
Hot
story.
tubs.
Don't get into it right
Knock
now.
your
Yeah.
socks
Oh
off
my
tonight.
gosh. It's
That's what we call
crazy.
a tea in the business.
I know,
Don't try
it is a
that at
tease.
home, kids. All right, today we have an interesting story. The press conference family. So this is the first time we've been able to hear from the family who died on that Epic Universe, that brand new roller coaster they have out there.
It happened a week ago today.
It was a week ago to today. Hired high-powered attorney Ben Crump. And we learned some interesting things. So obviously you feel for the family.
Of course.
It's terrible. They lost a loved one. He
Something should have been a great day.
Yeah,
You know?
I'm sure he thought it was going to be fantastic. We do know this guy he had some sort of spinal cord injury. So the family wants two things. All right, you hire somebody like Ben Crump. You're wanting to. It is quite the aggressive move.
Yeah.
They want full transparency in the investigation, and they want that ride to stay shut down until the investigation is finished. Community correspondent Mike Valenti attended the press conference. Here's what they had to say.
We shared and did everything. Our birthdays. No longer gonna be the same.
As an old soul at heart, Kevin Rodriguez evaluated with a bachelor's degree in video game, and he loved amusement parks. Roller coasters counts. Attorney Ben Crump pointed to the medical that Kevin
All right. Should we give this another shot? Okay.
It just had a little glitch in it, but it's an important story,
The
and we
whole
want.
thing has had.
I know, but
so far.
you need to hear the facts of the case and listen to the family and their emotional plea because they want what any family would want. They just want transparency and they want answers. And the one thing they are asking about, they want to see the video of what happened on this ride. And you know they have it because on rides you get video of yourself at a certain spot.
It's going to get released, and from what we understand about this ride, there are cameras all
Everywhere.
over the place. And so the worry is that when that does come out, I mean, you're going to watch this gentleman die on this coaster.
Well, nobody won't. Yeah.
We really don't quite understand how this happened or how this even could
The
happen.
blunt trauma is the thing that is so curious to me. Like what? Because from what we're hearing now is like he might have been in the first car
Mhm.
in the front.
Yeah, which we did not know that until
No.
the family said.
Exactly. And so you think of him being like maybe in a middle row and there's a car, someone in front of him, and there's like the back of their seat, and maybe you can hit your head on that. But if you're in the front, you
That
don't, there's no
feels
one-
like more like something might have hit you, but
Correct.
it says multiple blunt force trauma.
we don't know.
We don't know.
We have
That's
no
what
idea.
we're just kind of talking through this thing. So
Until they release video, we will not know.
the other interesting tidbit from the press conference. So our reporter Mike Valenti, he asked them, "Hey, Universal says people with back problems aren't supposed to go on this ride. There's a sign on the ride that says people with back problems should not be on this. How do you respond to that?" And their claim is that a Universal worker helped him from his wheelchair into the seat on the roller coaster, which is going to be interesting.
If that's true, that's a game changer for everything because knowingly as an employee, if you help someone on a ride, out of a wheelchair on a ride,
You're not, I mean, unless you said, "Hey, is this a back
don't know.
injury you
Yeah,
have?" Is
I
it
know.
like, yeah,
It's-
there's a lot to figure
and
out.
we're not going to try. We're not lawyers, and we're not going to
No,
pretend
we're
that we
not,
know
but-
what's
but
going
it's gonna
on.
be an
it's just
interesting case,
interesting.
yeah.
It's all it's the questions that everyone else they're asking the same questions too, and we want to know. So that's why we continue to stay on top of the story. It has made headlines across the country for the past week now because it's so interesting and so mysterious at the same time. Switching gears now, one of the things I love about working here at News 6 is when you get a chance to follow a story along from the beginning, and you get to see the follow-up investigations. One of our investigators, Mike DeForest, who was the co-host last Friday, by the way, when you were not here, he was delightful.
I'm a little jealous
Because you wanted to
because
talk to
I
him.
wanted to hang out with him for a night.
Because
Yeah.
anytime you see him over in the investigative corner and he's got the headphones on, he's got a stack of papers this thick, and he's got a big old smile on his face. And I asked him during the show, I'm like, Mike, you get these so-called document dumps like weekly and sometimes on a Friday, and you'll be here late on a Friday. He says, I enjoy that because I love finding out information before anyone else.
You
And
don't want him
that's
on
what-
your case. That's
that is
what I
he
can
is
tell
built
you.
for. And the case of a guy out of Volusia County, his name is Dylan Placker. Mike did a story on him selling really terrible hot tubs to people, and he shouldn't have been doing it. Let me just let you listen to part of Mike's story first.
This is Dylan Placker, and this is the truck Dylan Placker often drives. Our News 6 cameras recently captured this video of him pulling an empty trailer away from this Volusia County warehouse where several hot tubs are stored outside. When Placker returned hours later, there was something on the trailer. It was another hot tub. We do not know why Placker brought the hot tub, why his wife, Chelsea, joined him. What we do know is the couple is banned from selling hot tubs like this one in the state of Florida.
I'm angry.
3 years ago, I began hearing from customers who say the Plackers sold them defective and leaky hot tubs on Facebook Marketplace. Following my News 6 investigation, Florida's Attorney General sued the Plackers for deceptive and unfair trade practices. The couple later settled that lawsuit and are now banned from working with or for any person or business that offers, sells, repairs, refurbishes, cleans, warrants, constructs, or otherwise provides any hot tub or spa. Last month, someone using the name Sabrina Thompson sold this hot tub on Facebook Marketplace. Surveillance video shows it being delivered to the buyer's home on the same trailer we saw the Plackers using.
That's just part of his story. I encourage you to go to clickorlando.com or watch it on YouTube to get the rest of it. But what it boils down to is that it appears that maybe this guy and his wife are back in business. And if the attorney general ever gets back to Mike and finds out that these guys broke the law, they could be on the line for $500,000.
Yeah, so they only had to pay $10,000, and basically the first time this all went down, they said we won't ever deal with hot tubs again. And so Mike went to check back in and see,
Oh,
hey,
he
are
checked.
they messing around with these hot tubs?
Yeah.
And look, there's smoke. You know, you can see them with hot tubs on trailers. He pieces it together.
You just see smoke? Do you?
All I see is smoke.
Okay.
I see nothing definitive, but you know, it's going to be interesting because the AG might ask for that video.
Sure.
And the question is, will he then respond by saying, well, they broke the rules, now they have to pay that full $470,000.
It is an incredible story. And the reason that Mike knows about things like this is because he's like a dog with a bone. He cannot let things
He
go until it
obsesses.
comes to a
Yeah.
completion. But that's the guy you want on stories like this one because he doesn't want any more Floridians being ripped off because it's not fair.
This is true. This is true. So we'll see where that progresses. That story is going to continue.
Oh, it will.
With legs. All right. A business in Claremont. They want to put up a giant American flag. All
When you
right.
say giant, what do you mean?
I'm talking 200 feet high. If you are having a hard grasp at 200 feet, it's taller than Cinderella Castle.
Mhm.
And then you put an American flag, I think the size of a football field,
Pretty much.
hanging off of that. And Claremont City Council voted today. They are now officially putting no height restrictions as long as it's an American flag.
So your
Okay.
neighbor could have like a 300-foot tall flagpole.
Business, whoever can put it up. So some people didn't really like this decision. Emily McLeod, our community correspondent out there, shows us why.
I really think council time should focus on policies that directly impact the residents' quality of life and not symbolic ordinances. This was pandering.
So if you own a house on East Avenue, your neighbor could have a 200-foot pole as long as FAA said it was okay.
The new ordinance removes the 55-foot height limit on flagpoles, but only for the American flag. Claremont City Councilman Todd Howard brought the proposal forward earlier this month after the city sent a notice to Camping World's Claremont dealership saying the flagpole was in violation of city code.
I really have an issue that you have to pay $800 to come before the council and beg us for our permission to fly a flag.
We also spoke with Claremont's mayor, Tim Murray, the lone vote in opposition.
Now you eliminate the rules, and now we have no, I would say, no law and order and no consistency.
So full disclosure on this story, Ginger and I both have American flags hanging outside our homes.
I only have one.
You only have one?
Mm-hmm.
I only have one as well.
Okay.
All right. Did you think I had more than one American flag?
You told me something about a bag of flags. Too.
No, I have my wife bought, I couldn't believe she came home. There were 5, I told her, hey, we need a new American flag. She buys them at the store. She comes home with 5 of them. I'm like, why did you buy 5? She's like,
they were cheap.
They were on
sale.
clearance.
Yeah,
So
too many flags is a red flag.
Why is that is a red flag to you? Okay, this was interesting. Okay, so I find it very hard to believe. A lot of them are worried that their neighbor's going to put up a 200-foot tall American flag. And look, we all have that neighbor who's going to do something just to maybe drive you crazy.
They can.
But they're going to have to spend a lot of money. So I looked up online.
To get the pole in the ground?
A 200-foot tall pole. To do that and to get the flag up, I did way too much research. Just the rabbit hole I went down for this was ridiculous. You have to have a motorized winch. Like a normal human being cannot bring that flag all the way up. So with the motorized winch, 200 feet tall, I found that for a measly $113,000.
Oh, wow.
And you
That's
have
worth
to get approvals from the FAA and engineers. So it's going to cost you quite a bit of money to pull this off.
I just don't know why you would need a flagpole that tall. I mean, if your flag is the size of a football field or 2, I would imagine you would need that. I know people who would be the annoying neighbor who would buy that size flagpole, but then put a regular size in it.
Can't do that.
Just because they can. Just because they can.
That.
So, I'm sure Amazon, I'm looking up for flagpoles on Amazon right now. They aren't cheap, even just the regular size ones. So I can't imagine what it would take to put that size into the ground.
We're talking 6 figures, friends, and you can now do it in Claremont, Florida.
Because it's America.
God bless America. We've got a lot more coming up for you. It is Witchy Wednesday. There's quite the interesting drama that took place at a local school. We'll talk about that. Witchcraft in schools?
You thought Hump Day was interesting.
We'll be right back.
Yeah, and you got the link from the sheriff just a little while ago, I think. So make sure we have that for News 6 tonight. Hey, thanks for stopping by. We know you're busy, but news doesn't stop, and neither do we.
That's right. And this is News 6 Tonight, where we leverage this entire busy newsroom with our community correspondents, our producers, our content desk, and then we filter through that. We have a casual conversation about the news that impacts Central Florida.
Yeah, we live here in the community, and we rely on you for our neighborhood network because you're our eyes and ears as well, and we can't do it without you.
So you can watch us all over the place, YouTube, News 6 Plus app, and clickorlando.com. While you're here, feel free to engage. Let us know who you are and where you're from.
Hey, welcome back to News 6 Tonight, everyone. Thank you
Yep.
so much for sticking around
Good
with
to
us.
see you
We hope
tonight.
you have found that some of the stories we've talked about already pretty interesting. But this one, I
This
guarantee
might be the
you,
most
I
interesting
really
tonight.
think it is. It's called Witchy Wednesday. And there are parents at West Orange High School who they knew this was going on, but a religious group figured out that this was happening and it was at a high school and it was happening during student announcement. Like they produced the video, it was student produced, student owned, and students were in it.
Yeah.
And they talked about different things. And some of the different things they talked about is what raised or sounded an alarm for this group and some of the parents who had no idea that this was going on. Let's listen to one of our newest correspondent, Tylisa Hampton, talk about this. Okay.
Oh
We
boy.
don't know what happened
We don't have
here.
that. Oh man.
Did we not tell you? We're just.
So let's just explain it to you. Ginger.
I'm going to explain it because it's my job to explain it.
This week, the legal group Liberty Counsel sent this letter to Orange County Public Schools over the Witchy Wednesday video series at the high school.
Liberty Counsel was contacted by students, faculty, and staff after they encountered the Witchy Wednesday on the closed circuit television system in the classroom. They were shocked by what they heard and saw.
The Liberty Counsel claims the high school video that aired during the mid-morning announcements made by students promoted religious instructions like gaining the light of insight, burning candles, spells, magic, and witchcraft rituals.
We asked that those that wanted to opt out be allowed to opt out, and also that those who wanted a opposite viewpoint to be able to have the opportunity for students to do the same thing.
A response letter from the school district said the practice of airing the segments has been stopped because school sponsorship of a religious message could be construed as government speech and is not constitutionally allowed.
It wouldn't bother me for my kid to hear it because I trust her to make the right decisions.
Okay, so how would you feel about that, Matt? If you figured out that during the morning announcements, that during this, they could talk about astrology, stars, moons, other things.
So when I got a push alert from my News 6 app.
Yeah,
This
of
is,
course.
I know it's a plug, but that's actually how I found out about this
Yeah.
story. And it said Witchy Wednesday. It sounded kind of kitschy and fun.
Halloween's
And
around the
I was
corner.
thinking, like, is this one of those things where, like, when parents were upset, the kids were reading Harry Potter and they're overdoing it, you know? And so then I read the transcript of Witchy Wednesday, and it was it was a little more witchy than I was expecting. And so you start to, you know, if you're not allowed to pray on the announcements, which I know that they're
You
not allowed
cannot,
to.
yeah.
You know, that outlaws a lot of things that you're not allowed to do. Any sort of religious thing, that means it can't take place on there. So part of it, they say, here's some of the transcript. There's a full moon coming up on September 8th where the energy is at its highest peak. Creating simple things like moon and water and releasing rituals are good ways to cleanse. This is one little piece of Witchy Wednesday. So it wasn't just a kitschy little dress up like a witch with a wart on the nose like I was picturing. It's actual rituals. How do you feel about it?
Then I'm a witch because sometimes you need, I believe that, you know, the moon has an impact on the tide. So why not us? We're mostly water.
Right. I'm
feel
not
like
talking about your personal beliefs here. Your
No.
strange
But
beliefs. I'm saying, like, in school.
I'm seeing how people could say like, oh, that's, you know, there's nothing wrong with that. But I also can see the other side where if you are a parent and you're like, if my child can't pray and, you know, whatever, we're a religious family, then I certainly don't want them talking about things like
Witchcraft
that.
and moons.
Yeah. But some people don't consider it witchcraft. They just think they're going with the flow of the energy of the earth. And you have to respect those people too.
Yeah. But when you call it Witchy Wednesday,
Yeah.
you're kind of going down that road. And by the way, Orange County schools didn't really know this was happening.
No.
It was a student thing. It had just started. And as soon as Orange County found out about it,
It's done.
they got rid of it.
Yeah.
And so really,
I know. I wasn't trying to impose my personal belief on anyone, especially you.
Oh, no, I know. And you know, you never will. But I do think that it's an interesting topic because
of course.
it was different than I thought. I'm always interested in a story when the headline comes up and I think it's one thing. I'm like,
It sounds
people are
cute.
being too sensitive. And then you look more into it and you're like, maybe there was
You know,
more.
here's the other thing that I thought about too, because people do a lot of cute things in school. I know you guys, and I don't have kids in school, but I have friends who have kids, and they do the 100-year-old thing.
Oh,
You
I
know,
love that day.
I see, but a
Yeah.
lot of people might be like, "Are they making fun of old people?"
That is where I would say you're being too sensitive. My word.
I just putting it out there.
I know,
That's
you're
all.
right. I'm sure there are people who thought, oh, are they
I mean, I don't
making
think
fun
that
of
way.
grandma out
All
there?
right, let's get the Jonathan
Let's
Kegas
do it
right
before we start
away.
fist fighting at this desk. Jonathan Kegas, how are we looking coming into tonight? I think are you talking tropics for us? That's what my favorite topic for you is at this time of night, at least.
Oh yeah, definitely.
Because there's a lot going on still. We have a new storm.
Still, we have a new storm today. Umberto is
so it's
is
not
out there.
so you just so we all
Oh,
get it
boy.
clear. It's not Umberto, it's Umberto. Is that what you're
It
telling
is
me?
Umberto.
Okay.
Yeah,
I don't
like
want it to be
OOM.
around long enough to learn how to say its name.
Yeah, I agree.
You know, it's gonna be out there, I think, for a good amount of time, but it's not gonna impact much, I don't think. Bermuda is gonna have to watch this, but this is not a Florida storm. This is the one that was
Great.
further out into the central Atlantic. I'll pull out the satellite image so you can see. So it's way out there. This is the wave that we're watching a little more closely. It is disorganized. It is bubbling tonight in the Caribbean, but it is
It
much
looks a
more
little more.
disorganized.
Looks a little stronger than the last time I saw it.
It does. It's because it's just firing off a lot of thunderstorms. So it looks menacing, but there's no like circulation down there or anything that is trying to get itself organized. So yeah, looks can be deceiving from a satellite perspective, but this is the one that actually has the closed circulation and it's trying to fire out some thunderstorms and even has a little bit of jagged outflow. That's what these clouds are up here. So it's trying to breathe tonight, unlike the other one down there. But this one is going to stay up and out. Now, the reason why we care about this one is it could impact the track of the other one. I'm still cautiously optimistic that everything stays east of Florida. But just because Umberto is there, you can't write off the other one because there could be some shenanigans as the two dance with each other potentially over the weekend anyway. So you see it there, Category 2 storm, potentially maybe even stronger as it goes in between Bermuda and the United States. So it's kind of a weird thing because then you have that, and then the development zone for the Caribbean storm, and that red area is going to go away because it's formed, but it's right here. Actually, when I hit play, you'll see it disappear because the 8 o'clock, it's past 8 o'clock. I don't know what time I'm thinking it is, but you see that red shaded area. That's where the Hurricane Center has the potential for development there as it clears the Greater Antilles, Dominican Republic, Haiti, and then lifts to the north. So cautiously optimistic that this thing is going to stay off of Florida, but you can't 100% write it off. I know a lot of models show it that way, but until we get for sure Umberto right there up ahead of it, you can't write it off.
All right.
You get the thing
Uncomfortably close. That's for sure. I know you'll keep an eye on it for us.
that's
By
a
the
good
way,
way to put it.
worst hurricane name in the history of my career. I almost quit my job. Isaias.
Me too. I know
You
you're
remember
following.
Isaias?
Yeah. See, you said Isaias and
Yes,
Isaias.
I can't do it. I almost just was like, I'm taking a vacation until this stupid storm goes away.
Right. We were
Couldn't
all
say
in
it.
the same boat.
No, I know. I couldn't say it on air, and I can say it now because it
It's
haunts me
gone.
to this
Yeah, I
day.
know.
Should have
It was
retired.
haunting us at the time.
Yeah.
Jonathan,
All right, check
we'll
him
see you
out at 9:30. He's got a great
Thank you.
show, and we have a great story coming for you after the break. Let's look inside an Amazon warehouse. How can I get toothpaste in just 3 hours? It's incredible. Right to my door. Welcome to News 6 Tonight. We are so thankful that you're joining us here wherever you found us.
Yeah, you know what this tells me? If you have made this your new streaming destination, it tells me you're smart. Also, good looking. Because you chose to watch the news in a different way. That makes you really smart. Anybody can give you the news from a teleprompter or an old newspaper. We do it in a fresh new way.
That's right. So check us out wherever you like to stream. We have this app for your TV, News 6 Plus. You can find it on Roku and Amazon and whatever your smart TV is cooking. So thank you. We would love to hear your comments down
Oh my
below.
gosh. Yeah.
And then we'll show them.
Yeah, we will. News 6 Plus. The plus is you.
Ooh. Hey, welcome back to News 6 tonight. Hopefully you're enjoying your evening. I bet probably in the last few days an Amazon package has arrived at your door. And I've often wondered.
Or hours.
Yeah, right. I bought stock in Amazon because of how many packages were showing up.
You're showing, yeah.
By the way, that worked out very well. It's a crazy company, and we got to look inside a new facility run by robots and 1,000 new jobs coming to Daytona Beach. Alex Cook, our community correspondent, takes a look.
I'm in Daytona Beach at Amazon's brand new Robotics Fulfillment Center. This facility is the size of 11 football fields and filled with hundreds of robots that package and sort your Amazon deliveries. Not only that, Amazon says that over 1,000 human jobs are created thanks to this facility.
800,000 packages a day. That's what the massive Amazon Robotics Fulfillment Center is capable of.
We open up all these cases, and then we place these items in a conveyable tote going up into our robotic storage platform.
Upstairs, hundreds of robots shuffle the merchandise around to get everything where it needs to go.
As soon as you hit buy on Amazon.com, that order generates to the site here, and we have our first picker pick that item out.
800,000 packages
Crazy.
a day?
The good news is they still need 1,000 people. Even though it's filled with robots, you still need
robots.
some
You can't get
people
us
around.
just yet.
This motion is very difficult for a robot. Hey, we'll check on you tomorrow at 9 o'clock. Have a good night.